Good day, everyone. Welcome to another session of Pervasive Communication. Today, we're going to have lesson number 17. Here's Sir Don, and our lesson is entitled Communication for Work Purposes. This is a continuation. Okay, last time we've discussed how to write cover letter. Ngayon naman, mag-focus tayo doon sa resume. Okay, learning targets. At the end of the module, you will be able to determine the basic parts of a resume, and of course, you draft a resume. Katulad lang din noong sa cover letter. But before that, I have to remind you of the activities. Of course, you have to check for understanding. O katulad ng dati, ilalagay nyo lang yung mga necessary details dyan by the two-column table. If you fill out nyo lang. And then after that, ida-draft ninyo yung resume ninyo sa sample resume format na nandito rin sa module ninyo. So, ayan, nakikita nyo sa screen. Okay? So, let me remind you of the comprehension strategy. Of course, we're going to read Communication for Work Purposes, a resume. And to help us understand what we read, of course, we're going to apply summarizing and generalization using the 3-2-1 strategy. So, alam nyo na yan. So, punta na tayo agad sa content note. What is a resume? A resume is a document that tells others about you, like your boss or a company you want to work for. So yung resume, ito yung summary ng qualifications natin and tungkol sa atin, relevant again dun sa ina-applyan nating position. It should always be relevant and connected dun sa ina-applyan natin. Okay? Ang purpose ng resume ay ipakita sa kanila bakit ikaw yung karapat-dapat at bakit ikaw yung fit doon sa job vacancy or doon sa job na ina-applyan mo. Since hindi lang naman ikaw yung uma-apply, marami kayo. Okay, katulad ng sinabi ko, it's like you advertise, no? It is a short paper that talks about your skills, school, and jobs you've had. So, yung qualifications mo and credentials mo, okay? It's like an advertisement for you. Okay, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, hinihikayat mo sila, no? Parang ina-advertise mo yung sarili mo. Para kang isang produkto na sinesell mo yung sarili mo para piliin ka nila, para i-hire ka nila doon sa job position na available. Okay? Like when a company advertises its sneakers, just like they spend a lot of time making their ads look good, you should spend time making your resume look good too. Kasi it reflects you no? It reflects you, yung resume mo, kaya dapat pag-igihan yung paggawa nito. Okay? Your resume is important because it helps you get good jobs. So, kapag hindi maganda yung resume natin, reflection niyan tayo, or ng sarili natin, so, ang chance ay, hindi rin tayo makuha for an interview. And pag nangyari yun, of course, mas mababa yung chance na ma-hire tayo. Okay? So, we put in the effort to make it good and great. Okay? Next, doon na tayo sa mga bagay na kailangan or what should be included in a resume. Katulad ng sinabi ko sa cover letter, wala namang specific, definite, fixed format ito. Nakadepende. No? Kung pupunta kayo sa halimbawa sa Canva, ang daming mga format doon. 'Di ba? So, iba-iba ang format. Pero may mga vital parts yan. Okay? Ano ba yung mga vital parts? Or yung mga basics na kailangan nandoon sa resume. O, sabi nga dyan, no? Not all resumes look the same. Okay? But ito yung mga important parts. Number 1, of course, your heading. Your heading is your name, address, phone number, and email. Parang yung sa return address. Okay? Your name should be big and easy to see. So, malaki dapat yung name mo. And dapat madali siyang makita. Okay, para pag tinignan at maayos at may potential ka for an interview, makikita agad, it's si Don pala ito. Si Don Alingag pala ito. Okay? Next, after that, the objective. Objective is you say what kind of job you want in one sentence. No, if you're applying for different jobs, change this part for each one. Okay? Ano yung objective mo? Bakit ka uma-apply? For example, to contribute to nation building as an English teacher. Kung English, if you're applying for an English teacher position. So, depende ano yung objective mo. Okay? Iti-tailor mo yan doon sa job vacancy also. Next, another relevant part would be the education. Okay? So, yung educational background mo ang nakalagay naman dyan. Okay? Next, experience. Yung experience mo, ano yung mga past jobs na na meron ka or that you have done, or ano yung halimbawa yung internship mo, kung ikaw ay fresh grad pa lamang, yung mga yan ay pwede. Okay? So, yung mga organizations na nakatrabaho mo, ano yung ginawa mo doon, etc., etc. Okay? You use action words and don't say I. So, that is a reminder. So, ayun. Kasi nga, formal ang tone. So, we avoid personal pronouns. These are relevant experiences. Next, you have the activities. No, put down any school or community stuff you've been involved with in like clubs or teams. Kaya maganda nga, sinasabi ko noong nagtuturo pa ako ng business communication, kasi kasama ito doon, na sali tayo ng sali doon sa mga organizations, mga community stuffs. Kasi kung fresh graduate tayo, yan yung pwede nating magamit, no, na ilagay doon sa ating resume and cover letter. Kasi it indicates na kung sumasali ka sa mga ganito, very responsible ka, and at the same time, it serve as your activities and experiences. So, kasi syempre, pag fresh grad ka, wala ka pa namang talagang formal experience sa job. So, pwede mong ilagay yung mga bagay na iyon. Okay? Next, skills. If you have any special skills relate to the job, again, it should always be related, no, doon sa job na ina-applyan mo. Like for example, kung data encoding ang ina-applyan mo, typing fast would be an advantage. Or speaking another language, kung halimbawa abroad ka, and ang ini-speak nila doon alam mo, that's an advantage, no? You write them down. Basta lagi lang tatandaan na yung skills ay dapat tinitailor doon sa job application na ina-applyan natin. Okay? References. References, ito yung mga tao na pwede nilang kontakin to ask about you. Okay? Pwede mo rin daw sabihin, references available upon request. Okay? If you do, okay, kung mag-provide ka ng reference, lagay mo doon yung mga listahan ng tao na pag tinanong nila, they can talk about you na, kumusta po si Don, ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Okay? Make sure you ask them first and give their work numbers if you can. So, dapat kapag maglalagay tayo ng tao doon, i-inform natin sila. Baka bigla na lang silang magulat, bakit may tumawag about ganito, ganyan. So, you inform them na nilagay kita doon sa references ko sa ina-applyan kong trabaho. Kaya kapag may tumawag sa'yo, you can tell about me. Okay? You only need to give this list if the employer asks for it. So, since sinabi dito na kailangan mo lang daw ibigay itong mga listahan ng mga tao nito as your references kung nag-ask si employer. So, depende kasi, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, walang definite format pagdating sa resume. So, nakadepende sa iyo yon at sa job na ina-applyan mo. So, walang specific na format. So, yun, may mga ibang format na resume na walang ganito, may mga ibang format ng resume na walang ganyan, at meron namang ganyan. So, depende. So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, walang pinaka-fix na format ang isang resume. Okay? Now, para mas ma-visualize ninyo, I have prepared here an example. So, makikita ninyo dyan yung mga diniscuss natin. Such as yung dapat malaki yung pangalan, okay, ano yung contact information mo, mga skills, no, mga experiences mo, education mo, experiences mo, projects na ginawa mo, and activities. So, ayan. Okay? Next, I have here another template. So, ayan yung mga examples. But if you would look, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina sa mga applications like Canva, napakaraming format na pwede ninyong i-explore. So, ayan. So, now, for check for understanding, so since diniscuss natin yung mga essential parts ng isang resume. So, maglalagay kayo dyan sa check for understanding. Una, if you fill out niyo yung table heading, okay, syempre about sa inyo yan, career objectives, work experience, education, activities, skills, and references, at least 2. Okay? Ang gawin natin, yung pinaka-career objective or yung pinaka-position na ina-applyan ninyo, syempre kailangan meron yun. Anything that is related to your course. So, imagine ninyo, nag-graduate na kayo. So, criminology, nursing, engineering, etc. So, i-tailor nyo na lang doon. So, kayo nang bahalang pumili ng job position. And then, i-tailor nyo yung resume nyo doon. Again, you assume that you already graduated. So, kunyari, nakagraduate na kayo, lisensyado na kayo, na-apply na kayo sa trabaho. So, yun yung context natin. Today, we have discussed communication for work purposes resume. So, you've determined the basic parts of a resume. And after this activity, you have drafted a resume already using the basic format that I've shown you doon sa reminders for activity. So, tignan nyo na lang. Okay? If you have further questions, feel free to ask in our GC and I'll be very happy to assist you. That's it for today. Thank you so much. This has been Sir Don.